Hello there. Welcome to tutorial by Mr. Saem. In this series of tutorials, I am solving P2 and P4 of AICTE papers with you, offered by CIE. Today we'll be solving May-June 2009 paper 2. Let's start with it. You work as an ICT consultant for the relaxing holiday company. You're going to develop a database to record and extract information regarding holidays, flights, and customers of the company. You are required to provide evidence of your work, including screenshots at various stages. Create a document named as center number, candidate number, evidence.rtf. Place your name, center number, candidate number over there. So we have to always create an evidence document file in MS Word, which will always have our name, center number, candidate number in that evidence file. So first of all, we will follow the sequence and I'll open up MS Word and I will save this file as this. I'll leave it like this right now because I don't have to specify any of these. Look at the data in the files j9huls.csv, j9cust, j9out, and j9home.csv. So first of all, what you're supposed to do is always try to have a look at the files. It will always help you to know what these files data holds. J9cust basically holds your customer reference, forename, surname, address, town, and postal code. Now the customer reference over here you can see is a unique key. It's unique. It's not being repeated. Let's have a look at the other one. Then we have J9 holds is for all the holidays. We have hotel reference, customer reference. Now you can see over here the customer reference over here is being repeated at times. This means this is many. Resort, hotel type, out, home, cost, and paid. Alright. Next we have the J9 home. Again, over here what we have is the flight reference. Flight reference will be a primary key over here, unique key. Right. And we have the age date. Make sure that it's in DMY format so that it does not have a conflict with our computer settings. Right, here we go. So let's start. Let's go back to the question paper and see what the instructions are saying us to do so. Using suitable software package, create a new database and import these files. You will need to use the following information to create the table. J9 holes. So first of all, we'll import J9 holes. I'll open up Access, create, and I'll go to external data, text file, and I will browse to my folder where I have my supporting files of my AICTE paper of June 2009 P2. So here we are, P2, J9cust is the first file that we are importing. Next, first row contain field names. Let's look at the data types and the field names that are being used over here. J9cust is the first one I'm importing. Integer and the rest of them are text. So here we go. Integer, rest of them are text. So no problem. Here we go. Customer reference can be a primary key. Yes, it can be a primary key over here. And here we go. We done this part. Import. Now let's import J9 holes. Next, let's have a look again. J9 holes over here says text, integer, text, integer. Let's see. Text, integer, then we have integer. Cost is numeric currency and paid is numeric currency. So cost and paid are numeric currency with two decimal places with a pound sterling sign. We will do this afterwards after we have actually imported it. We don't have any date over here, so let's go on. Primary key. We can use over here a hotel reference as a primary key. I can even use, let's see, 16. Can we use customer reference as a primary key over here? I think so we can, because our customer reference is, oh no we can't, 9 and 9, we can't use that. So we will use the hotel reference as a primary key. There's no problem with that. And next, and finish. Next we have is J9 home. In J9 home I have integer, text and date time at the end. So date time is there. All I have to do is make it dmy. This is the only thing I have to take care of in this case. Flight reference, sure, it can be, and here we go. Now the last one is left. Make sure you don't get any errors. If you do get any errors, you need to import data again. You cannot proceed further. Keep that in mind. This is your, here you go, and again date time is the last one, and here we go. And we can use flight reference as the primary key over here. Now what we have to do is individually all of them. For this case, for my J9 holes, I will start with this one first. Design view. I need to show that it's 2 decimal places in case of this, and I need to take a screenshot of this. I'll take a screenshot again. Right. Okay. And okay. Screenshot showing the data types and field names for J9 holes. It's better you crop out the portion. Previously I was using the software to do this part. I am not doing it over here, so that those who are not using a software can see how I actually do it without the software. So there you go. Good. Now you need to repeat this for the rest of them. You need to show for the paid as well. You need to convert paid into 2 decimal places as well. You need to take a screenshot of this again, and you need to paste them in your evidence document. I'm not doing it right now because I need to save time and complete this tutorial right now. Let's go to the next part. Once you've imported all of these, include in your evidence document screenshot which show the structure of the 4 tables showing all the fields and primary keys. So obviously when we do this, we are showing the primary keys and the field names. So you need to give 4 to 5 in fact in this case, 5 screenshots, 2 for this for decimal places and each for individual table. Once you've done this, the next part basically requires you to create relationships. Establish the following relationships. So we'll come into Access, and in Access add all of them, and here you go, J9 cust. Okay, it's much better you line them properly, and J9 holes, and you need to make a customer reference and customer reference, customer reference with customer reference, one to many. Again, take a screenshot of this, and you need to paste this in your evidence document showing that you have actually created a relationship between tables. Here you go, and enter. And you need to mention over here at the very top of the screenshot that the following screenshot shows the relationship between J9 cust and J9 holes with cust reference creating one-to-many relationship. Yes. So you will repeat this for all of them. Now you can see over here we have to create for J9 homes flight reference with home. Right. Come back. Flight reference with home. And then we have to create for flight reference without. Flight reference without. Great. Here we go. After you've done this, what you need to do is you line them properly. You take a screenshot again, and you need to show this after you have pasted for all three of these. After this I'm repeating it. After this, you have to show the relationship diagram for the tables, and you need to show this over here. It's better again you crop it out, because again we don't need the rest of the part. Here we go. Done. Right, I'll just close this now and save it. Next part. Including evidence documents, screenshots that show the relationship between these tables. Make sure the screenshots contain evidence of relationship. Type, save and print your evidence document. So we need to print evidence document, and step number 6, and we don't have to provide any more evidence document probably after this. Now comes the next part, which is select only the resort hotel dates for the flights out and home for all the holidays where the hotel name contains the word lodge. So now we have to make a query design. Okay. Welcome to query design. Add tables. Now I need to do is I need to add resort hotel dates, resort, added dates in and out, and where the hotel name contains the word lodge. So if I run this, I can see I have resort hotel, and I want to find out all the hotel names that contain the word lodge. Here we go. So what I do is for lodge, I have to type star, LODGE, and star, which means only find the word lodge as if it's in the part of the string. Is it there or not? It is. Star, lodge, star. Okay. Done. Add to this extract a new field called days, which is calculate runtime, which means runtime calculation. We have to add new field over here at runtime. This must calculate the number of whole days for each of these holidays. So what we have to do is we have to find out, and we will use the O date minus the H date. Now if I do this and run this, oops, I think so I should have done H date minus the O date, obviously. Now if I do this, you can see what I'm getting is I'm getting the number of days, but the question requires us to use a whole number. This must calculate the number of whole days. So for this we have to use a function which is known as the int. It converts into integer value. Now I have the values of days as integer values. Uses extract to prepare a report, so sort it into ascending order of resort, and then descending order of days, and then descending order of days. Right. Add this title hotels containing the word lodge to this report. Place your name, center number, contact number in the header, and save and print this report. So I will save this, I will run this, and I will create a report. I will try to align it properly, so that alignment I always prefer doing in the layout view. Okay, it really helps you to, gives you space to align things easily. There you go. And I can move these bit over here. And all I have to do is I need to mention my name over here. So all I can do is use the label and place my name, center number, and candidate number. Text is too big. I don't need that big. So I'll try to reduce it a bit more, and that is enough. There you go. And I can take a print out of this. Save, and you close the report and okay, everything. Right, let's come to the next part. After 9, you are going to prepare a summary report for customers booking more than one holiday. This report will show the number of holidays booked by each customer and the average price that each customer will pay for their holiday. Now, first of all, we have to find out those customers that have booked more than one holiday. Let's first of all have a look. If we want to find out how many customers have booked more than one holiday, obviously we have to use a customer reference for that. Customer reference will tell us how many customers have booked how many holidays. It's a reference, obviously, this will help us. Let's go to create query design and step by step see what we have to do. What I can see over here is, let's read again. Select from all the records only the customers that have booked more than one holiday. I have to use customer reference, obviously. Calculate for these customers an average price of their holidays. So for the average price, I'll use the cost, right? Average price of their holidays, including within the report on the forename and the surname, and the summary data, which is this. So if I run this now, I have all the customer references, but the customer references, we have to find out those who have booked more than one holiday. So I'll say greater than 1. If I run this now, I have all those that have booked more than one holiday. Right, let's go back again. Now what I have to do is, I need to save this, and I'll just save this as I'll make it as more than 1. I'll just name it as more than 1 holiday. There we go. Run this. Now what we have to do is group this data by the number of holidays booked. Sort the data within each group into ascending order of surname and descending order of forename. So okay. So basically, the mistake that we were doing actually was, we don't actually have to add book more than one holiday. Now in this case, basically, those who booked more than one holiday, we can't say the customer reference is greater than 1. Booked more than one holiday means we have to count how many customer references are appearing. Probably one customer reference has booked 4 holidays, and another customer with a reference has booked 2 holidays. So we need to find out all those customer references that have booked more than one holiday. And the best way to do this is that first of all, we make query, done. We simply save it, and we have saved it as more than one holiday. I'll simply run it. Now what I have to do is I'll create query wizard, and I'll use a simple query wizard to basically create a summary. So I need to find out the average. Okay, yes, I have calculated. Next, finish. Oops, I did not, sorry, I did not click on the count. I'll do it again. So simple query, more than one holiday. Here we go. Next, transfer them. Summary, average and count. Okay, next, finish. Next, what I have to do is, all I have to do is go to the design view, and all those that are booked more than one. Run this. Now this is where I have the resultant value, the resultant where I have the number of customers that have booked how many holidays that are greater than 1. Bernat's has booked 3, Tracy has booked 4, and the rest of them have booked 2. Let's save it, and let's continue with the next part, which basically says, group this data by the number of holidays booked, the one that we count. Sort this data within each group into ascending order of surname, then ascending order of forename. For each group, show the number of customers and the average cost of their holiday. So here we go. Again, we will use create query design. Sorry, we have to create a report because we need to group them. So I'll use the same query. I'll transfer all of them, and I need to add a grouping level by the count. number of holidays booked, obviously. Next we have to sort into ascending order of surname, and then ascending order of forename. Right? For each group, show the number of customers and the average cost of their holidays. For each group, show the number of customers and the average cost of the holiday. Make sure that the average cost are formatted into currency format as cost field. Add the title this to the report and make sure reports fits on a single page, and that all data and labels are visible. Place your name, center number and candidate number in the header of your report. Save and print this report. So next, finish. We have this. All I have to do is I need to come in the layout view and I can show. Let's read again. For each group, show the number of customers and the average cost of the holiday. Average cost of the holiday. Here we go. We have the average cost of the holiday as well appearing, and we have the number of customers booked as well. Fine. For each group. So here we go. For each group, average. Right. What else? Title contains this, and save and print. Make sure that your names and number are printed in the header of the report. We come here, and again we just need to add. Oops, let's do it in design view if it doesn't come over here. Add the name, center number, and candidate number. There we go. Yes, we save and print this now. Next part. Close this, save it. Yes, I'll close this and I'll close this as well. Now listen to this part carefully, it's very interesting. You are going to prepare a report showing the details of the bookings with the flights, where there is a flight into or out of London during the month of August 2010. Select from all the records only the hotel reference, flight, forename, surname, address, town, postcode, result, type, hotel cost, paid, and the to, from, date, and flight fields, both from out and home tables for flights either out or into London during the month of August. Okay, for both out and home tables for flights either out or into London. So we need to be careful about this point, or into, out or into. Add a new field called balance to this extract that is calculated runtime. This works out the cost of the holiday minus the deposit paid. So what we have to do now is we have to produce a report with a layout similar to this. The customer details will be separated, holiday details separated, outbound file details separated, return flights separated, payment details separated. Please note that the data shown is not real. The record for each customer must start on a new page. Add the title holiday with this to this extract, place name, center number, candidate number, and then you print the report. So this is a customized report that we have to make. I will tell you a very good way of doing this, but remember the way I will tell you right now, you first of all have to come to the design to basically you have to make a blank report, and then you will have to make the query. Then before, what we did was we made the query first, and then based on the query we made the report. Today we will just do the opposite. Let's see how does this work. It's a very good way of creating one, a different way I will say. Blank report, show all tables. This is all what we have, but I don't need the actual tables. I need a query where I can perform certain criteria, and those criteria will make a final report for me or filter out the records for me. So all I do is I'll right click and click on edit source record. Once I do this, it takes me again to a query design view, where I can add the fields that I want. Now let's do this. I need the hotel reference. Be patient with this because there's so many that we have to add. The forename, the surname, address town, postal code, resort, type hotel, cost paid, to from, date and flights field, date and flight fields, which means date, age date, O date, and the flight field. Right. Now the important point over here is what they're saying is we need to find out fields from both out and home table for both flights either out or into London during the month of August. So if I run this is what I get, and I just need to find out those which are coming in August. So this is basically MDY, month, day, year, and it's 2010. So let's come to age date. It's MDY, month. It's 08, month, day. I can say simply between 08 01 2010, sorry, 10 and 08 31st 2010. This will give me all the flights that are to age date, out date. This is all in August and this is all in August. Right? 3 values and 3 values. I need to do the same thing for the O date as well. So copy this and I'll paste this here, and here you go. So here you go. Now the only part that was a bit confusing over here was, let me show you again, was that it said over here, let's read again, to, from, date, flights field from both the out and home tables for the flights either out of or into London. Now basically the point over here is that we need to compare both of them. We need to compare both of them using the OR. Like explained you in the previous lectures of mine, that this OR is for the fields, which means show me the age date which is between these two dates, or show me O date which is between these two dates. So it will give me a resultant value of the dates that are coming in age date or that are coming in O date. If I would have used this over here, obviously it would have given me a different result. So keep in mind that there is a difference in using this or using an OR between in one field, in one criteria. Right. We're not done yet. There was another part that was really important. Add a new field called balance to this extract. At runtime, we have to create new field at runtime. This works out the cost of the holiday minus the deposit. So cost minus deposit is what we want. So let's go back. So we have to create a new field that basically will be balance, and it will basically cost, case sensitive, cost minus the paid. Right. Should always run and see where you stand. Right, I have it. Back. Done with this? Right. Now what I have to do is, now I have to simply arrange this according to this manner. It will take some time, but still let's do it. So I'll close it. It says yes, I would like to save it. Now all these will appear over here. Now slowly but slowly, step by step, I'll start creating this exactly in the same manner, the same way they've asked us. Customer details is what we want, so I'll type over here what I can do is I can simply go to my design view, and in my design view over here I can simply add whatever I want. Here we go. Customers details. I will always prefer using black font since they have asked us. Then what we need is holiday reference number. Okay, holidays reference number. This is what we want, and it's coming exactly below this, so I'll make it accordingly. And there's a space in between, so you have to follow the same sequence. Holiday reference number. So it says holiday reference number, and then we have the name. Where we go? Hold on. It says name. Warn you. Here we go. It just says the name. Then we have the address. Right. Let's just view and see. Down. This address is not only that, it consists of this and the postal code as well. Right, I'll take this. I can do this at the end, I think, so let me just leave it right now. Next what we want are the holiday details. So again, I need the holiday details. Here we go. Right. Then we need is resort hotel type. Here resort. Just be careful that you align them properly. Resort hotel and type. Right, outbound flight, I'm sorry for the mispronunciation, which contains the flight number. Now we have started to I just want to move them, come on. Here we go, and here we go. So I'm sure that there's enough space between them. I want the flight, outbound flight should have the flight reference. There is the flight reference, flight number, I would say. Number, then we have the date and time, from and to. Outbound flight. then we have 2, right, that is the return flight. And the return flight, we have the flight number, again the flight number, the flight number is, where is it, flight, I think so there is one bit mistake that we have done, and please try to correct it on your own. We should have added, there were 2 flights that we had. One flight was for the H date and one was for the O. So I just added one flight, which basically was for the O. Anyway, you need to add the other flight. Again, all I have to do is, hold on. Record source, I can still do it. I have the flight for the J out. I also need this flight to the J home. There we go. Right? You save it and I can close it. Right. Good. So this was for the out. I'll do it again. J out. Just can't ignore it. And this was supposed to be for the J return flight. I'll place it over here. You could see it was giving an error, obviously it will. And now I'll name it as J out. It was flight number. Flight number, and this was again the flight number. Right, next we have the date, time for the return flight. And then we need is the time from and to. Let's have a look, how's it appearing? It's okay, it's appearing fine. We just need to add more space to it, we'll do it afterwards at the end. Next to the last part is the payment details. The payment details we need is cost of holiday, and it's appearing right at the end. Say it says cost of holiday, not cost. So cost of holiday, and then we have the deposit paid. Where is the deposit paid? Deposit paid should have been there. We didn't add it. Let's see again. We didn't have deposit paid. We should have the we didn't have the paid. Yes, and paid. And last we need is the balance due. The balance due we already calculated in our query, so you already have it. Although you can also do it in the report, just have to use the text box to basically help you out. And here you go, balance due. Done with all. I'll just select all of them and I'll change the color to black so that it's much more visible. The headings that I have, I will simply make them bold as well. Light bold, I'll make this bold, I'll make this bold. Fine. Right, just one. Alignments have to be properly done. Otherwise it doesn't look nice. Right, I have to have my name, center number, candidate number. There we go. Does it say where? I have to place your name, center number, candidate number in the header. I'm sorry, it has to be the header. So here we go. Why is it taking some space? We will adjust it, Control A. We try to fit it as much as we can. Right, and I'll try to add the name, center number, and date number. And it should have the title, adjustments. At times it's much better that you do over here because they are visible. If they're not, it's better you adjust them over here. There is no issue with that, right? If you want it to look better, then you need to spend a bit more time. It doesn't matter, just make sure you don't lose any marks. I believe you have enough time both in your P2 and P4 if you go with the normal pace, but make sure that you do everything right. You can easily finish everything in 2 hours. You will have at least half an hour to recheck your work, see that you've done everything right, and make sure you have your name, center number, and candidate number present in the header or the footer or wherever the examiner has asked you to do so. These are some points that you should take care of before you actually hand it over to the invigilator. So we have done this, and just make sure that everything is present. Oh, fine, it's okay. Here we go. Done with this. If I view this in the report preview, or even if I view this in my print preview, it will always print in different pages. There are different pages for this. All pages are different. You can see that. Detail is different, page is different, and this is what the examiner is basically asking us to do so. And in total we'll have 5 printouts for this part. Right, next let's just close this, save this file, and we'll take a printout, and we're done with this part. Now we come into Excel part. The manager wants you to calculate some discount prices as an incentive to customers for prompt payment for the holidays. Using a suitable software package, load the file j9holes.csv. j9holes.csv. Done. Right. Okay. Next, insert 3 new blank rows at the top of the spreadsheet. 1, 2, and 3. Next, Insert 3 blank, delete the column containing hotel reference, resort, hotel out. Customer reference, resort, hotel, hotel out, home. Resort, hotel, out, home. We need to delete them. Done with these, right? Create a discount table in cell A1 to F2 using the following data. So code A1, A2, and then we have AFH, AFH, BR, 4%, 3, 2.5, 1.5, 4, 3, 2.5, 1.5, and 0. Format cells B2 to F2 as percentage value to decimal places. Percentage why is it? Hold on. Let's try again. Format percentage into 2 decimal places. Hold on, I need to check my settings first. There is something wrong with the settings. So in order to deal with this issue, what I will do is basically I'll simply write them as 0.03. I'll write this as 0.25, and I'll write this as 0.15, and the last one was basically 0 to remain as 0. Right. Okay. Format cells in cell E4. Place the label. Cell E4. Where is E4? E4. There we go. And F4 the label discount value. And in G4 the label balance due. Right. Next, if it's bold, it looks better. That's I'm doing it on my own discretion, but it looks nice. And I can make codes as bold. Here we go. Done. In cell E5 over here, place a formula that will display the discount percentage. This formula will look up the first character of the string in the type column and return the corresponding discount from the table. So is equal to, we have to use the left function to extract we have the first character now. Right, you can see that they all are S. That's what it says. This formula will look up the first character of the string in the type column and return the corresponding discount from the discount table. No, let's see. In cell 7, place a formula that will display the discount percentage. This formula will look at the first character of the string in the type column and return the corresponding discount from the discount table. So basically what we have to do is the first character is S. Action, so sorry, it's from the type column. So we have to look up from here. Obviously we have to use lookup, but in this case we have to use ph lookup because our fields are being displayed horizontally. So the lookup value over here is your left function, right? And we have to use this as a text, comma 1. This is our lookup value. Array is this is our array, and we need to extract the value from the second row, and it has to be an exact match. Here we go. So for F, you can see it's 3. For A, corresponding, we need to make, obviously, we have to make the range static. Always remember that, make it absolute. And here we go. Get the right values. Next, in cell F5, place a formula. In cell F5, here we go. F5. Place a formula that will calculate the discount value by multiplying the discount percentage by cost, by multiplying the discount percentage by cost. Discount percentage will be multiplied by the cost. Here we go. In cell G5, place a formula that will calculate the balance due by subtracting the discount value and the amount paid from cost. So what we have to do is over here is we need to calculate balance due. So what we will do is this minus this balance due. I will do the opposite. Let's read again. In cell G5, there is a formula that will calculate the balance due by subtracting discount value. Okay, by subtracting the discount value and the amount paid from cost. The discount value and the amount paid from cost. So we need to subtract is equal to first cost minus, and we'll add these two, this plus discount value and amount paid from cost. So basically what we have to do is we actually have to hold on, all we have to do is time if we just confuse up things, I don't know why. Here we go. All we have to do is we have to find the cost minus this minus this. Here we go. This is what is the balance due, right? Next what we have is next part, replicate the formula entered in step this. Done. Format all the cells in cost, paid, discount, balance due as currency in UK pounds to decimal placing. So cost, paid, balance due, discount, balance due, all of them have to be in format currency, pound sterling, two decimal places. Done. Next, format the cells discount percentage value. Format cells in the discount percentage column as percentage values with that one decimal places. Oops, this was not supposed to be currency. Percentage as one decimal places. Here we go. Done with this. Replicate the formula. Done. Okay. Select only those holidays with the balance due is greater than 4,000. With the balance due is greater than 4 and less than. between 4,000 and 6,000, right? Create a footer that contains your name, send number and candidate number, file, print, page setup, header footer, name, center number and candidate number. What else? Done. Save and print all the details of this selection. Adjust the page layout if necessary so the whole page fits on single page wide. Make sure that the contents of cells are fully visible. Print this section showing formula instead of values. Ensure all formulas and labels are fully visible. So first we print this, then we need to print out this. Click, double click, and we will file, print. For the formulas, I would always prefer you to make it landscape and print in A4. Make it 1 page wide by 1 page tall and print it like this. Always do that. Let's come to the next part. Now, the company produces a number of different documents for customers and has its own website. One of the directors suggested that the company should adopt a corporate house style. The directors of the relaxing holiday company want to use a corporate house style. You must prepare a document to be given to the directors, which explains in your own words what a corporate house style is and how it can be used by the company. Your report must contain 100 to 300 words. Place your name, center number, candidate number on the report. Save and print the report. Basically, there are questions that will come in your practical paper that are actually related with the practical part. I will try to list down all those points that can come from every module in the DVD that I will be providing you with, including the corporate house style. Let me just give you a brief introduction about what corporate house styles are. Whenever you deal with corporates, every corporate organization, they have their own corporate house style to uniquely identify their presence in the market, including websites, letters, banners, posters, memorandums, known as memos as well. Everywhere in publications, in print media, they will have their own unique, different house style, which means having a different type of font, logo should be placed where, size of logo, color of logo, text to be used in headings, text to be used in subheadings, in body, footer, what has to come in footer. So every time, I can't name different brands to explain you, but you have an idea what do I mean. In my notes that I will be providing, you will have a detailed explanation what corporate house styles are and what information you should know while creating one. Thanks for joining me for today. We will be solving P4 tutorial of same year tomorrow. Till then, goodbye and best of luck.